We're live. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in and welcome back to a brand new reaction live stream we're doing here. We're watching episode 5 of House of Dragons 2. I think I just said that. Watching episode 5 to the brand new series House of Dragons. And joining me by my good friend here, Rayleigh's Movies. Please go subscribe to her channel. I will have her link channel in the description below. If anyone wants to say hello, feel free to say hello in the comments down below. Ray, can you tell everybody where they can find you?
Yes, you can find me on YouTube on Rayleigh's Movies, and you can also find me on Instagram, Little Bit of Ray. My channel is solely centered around my movie collecting and basically movie-related stuff.
All right. Excellent. So, ready to hit the play button whenever you are.
All right. Ready?
And before we get off with the live, start with the watch along. If you guys want to find other social medias of me, I'm on Facebook and I'm also on Instagram. As always, Dimension Scott. Okay. Oh, okay. And 3, 2, 1, and go.
Pardon?
What's today's query? Rabbit?
Yeah.
Fine. Jackson Company?
What are they doing?
What's today's query? Rabbit? Jackson Company? Cheese?
Husband? Husband? What brings you to the Vale? What brings you to the Vale? Or have you at last come to consummate our marriage? Or have you at last come to consummate our marriage? The Vale sheep might be willing. The Vale sheep might be willing. Even if I don't. Our sheep are prettier after all. Or perhaps your brother has at last had his fill of your company. What will you do now? Will you strike the child down?
Shit. That was a nasty fall when she found that horse.
Yeah.
I thought I heard a bone crack.
No, I'm not too sure, but I think Damon killed her.
I do not wish to see you.
That's a big decision.
A decision I was thinking correct.
Yet you made it possible. You chose to do that.
She swore her innocence, and I believed her.
You wanted to believe her, as did her father.
Your informant was wrong, an honest mistake perhaps, but I did not foresee this.
Sugar.
If you had not been so relentless in advancing Ekron as heir.
Listen to me, daughter. The king will die. In every month or years of his vision, and if whoever succeeds him, you all will follow. You understand? The fellow will not accept her, and to secure her claim, she'll have to put your children into the sword. She'll have to choice. You know it. You're no fool, and yet you choose not to see it. The time is coming, Alicent. Either you prepare Ekron to rule, or you speak to Rhaenyra and pray for her mercy.
That's really pretty.
Right.
That landscape.
Right. It's really nice.
Where is Lord Morrison? He should be here to receive the king.
Welcome to Highside, Your Grace.
What is the meaning of this, Lady Mary? Is this how House Velaryon meets its king?
My father has sent us a giant vessel for journey, and he has hastened to come midnight for Winter Race's arrival.
Let's just get on with it.
Outside,
Among the natives.
What's Larry?
Bailey's.
Indigenous driver. I'm all right. Nature, such mystery.
The weather has been lovely.
Yet it is a dark day for the realm. I thought he was a good man.
As is yours, he took his place.
It's so good. The honor of your father's palace there. Feels like something just us.
What do you know of the matter this evening?
It's nice that everybody speaks me in my hands.
And the Queen. Have they talked of our lives?
Just near it, for example.
State your purpose, my lord.
I think you could rely upon the Majesty's well.
I'm well. I haven't heard anything.
Begging your pardon, Your Grace, I may be mistaken. It's just that on the very same night your father was dismissed, the Grand Maester delivered a tea to the princess.
Tea.
Yes,
That the Grand Maester himself brought.
at the direction of the king, as I understand it. I do hope she's not unwell.
Rhaenyra sailed with the king to Driftmark yesterday at daybreak.
Oh, what good news. I must have been in error. Oh, a relief. Yeah, I thought for Melos and Sal. That condition must be something very serious. What happiness it is to have been wrong.
Come, cousin. Let us discover what might be had for breakfast.
Your Grace.
Rise, Lord Corlys.
Be welcome. May I offer you a chair?
Cousin!
Princess.
Are you well?
Very.
I congratulate you, Lord Lionel. I can think of no man more suited to be the hand of the king.
That is very kind of you to say, Lord Corlys. His Grace has honoured me with the post.
Pity about Sir Otto.
Despite spending most of my days amidst the grandeur of the Red Keep, the halls of High Tide never failed to impress.
You flatter me, Your Grace. Though I do wish we could meet under happier pretenses.
How so?
Damon's wife, the Lady Rhea Royce, has passed.
A hunting mishap. She was thrown from her horse. Her neck and skull both crushed in the fall.
A most surprising end. Lady Rhea's skill as both rider and hunter were well known.
The gods are cruel.
Indeed. Lady Rhea was a fine woman and a good wife to my brother.
Sad thing that she and Damon have no heirs to succeed her. She stood to inherit Ringstone.
Perhaps we can turn toward happier pursuits.
What did you have in mind, Your Grace?
I wish to propose a marriage between your son, Selena, and my daughter and heir, Princess Rhaenyra. It's long past time our houses were united in blood. The last pillars of old Valyria.
You honor both me and my house, Your Grace. There are certain details I would wish clarified before the Princess Rhaenys and I could accept this most generous proposal.
What details?
We would like to know how the succession will be handled.
Rhaenyra is my heir. Upon my death, my throne and my titles will pass to her. She and Selena's firstborn child, regardless of gender, will inherit the Iron Throne from her.
Can I presume that, in keeping with Westerosi tradition, their children would take their father's name? That they would be born Velaryons?
Surely, Lord Corlys, you are not proposing the Targaryen dynasty end with my daughter, simply because she's a woman.
I only seek clarity, Your Grace. Might I have a chair brought in for you?
No, I do not require a chair. Upon the Selena and Rhaenyra should take their father's name, Velaryon, in keeping with our traditions. However, such time when their firstborn ascends the Iron Throne, he or she will do so bearing the name Targaryen. Dragons will rule the 7 kingdoms for the next 100 years, just as they did the last.
This is an equitable compromise.
Good. Now, if there's nothing further.
In truth, if I had to be someone, I'm glad it's you. I know this union is not what you would choose.
I hold nothing against your cousin.
No. Rather, dare I say it is a matter of taste. I prefer roast duck to goose. I cannot say why.
It's not for lack of trying. There are those who like goose very well.
I find it a bit greasy for my taste. I know that whatever agreement being struck up there will not change your appetites, nor will it change mine.
And what do you propose?
That we perform our duty to our fathers and to the realm, and when it's done, each of us dines as we see fit.
Cerys is taken to bed while his ship is readied.
Perhaps I overextended myself? Pushed him too close to the edge?
My cousin chose to sail into this tempest, husband. It's undignified of the king to drag himself here and beg for Laenor's hand.
Where is Laenor?
He and Rhaenyra are walking the coast.
Good. Do they seem familiar?
They grew up together. Familiarity is not at issue.
I'm sure Laenor was already taken with her. She's grown quite comely these last few years.
You know his true nature.
He's still young. he will outgrow it. There's no pleasure in the world like bedding a woman.
We are placing our son in danger.
The lords of the realm bent the knee to Rhaenyra and swore obeisance to her.
That was before there was a true-born prince named Aegon Targaryen. Rhaenyra's succession will be challenged. Knives will come out for her husband, and for their heirs.
Our house controls the realm's navy and half its dragons. Anyone fool enough to challenge Rhaenyra's claim will be crushed.
To what end, Corlys? Wealth, power, pride?
Justice. By your rights, you should be queen of the Seven Kingdoms. You were robbed of the crown.
I never wore the crown, because the realm would not have it so.
And I would remedy that small-minded error by any means necessary.
I myself have put the business behind me, Corlys.
I've always feared the day you'd have to marry a woman. Now it comes. Your betrothed gives you leave, of her own free will, to continue partaking of. He's done it up with a beer.
I've come to meet my fate, and you make a joke of it.
That Rhaenyra will be queen of the Seven Kingdoms, and you will be her king consort. Think of the tournament, with the feast, the battles at sea. Will you wear your crown today, your rings?
You're a fool.
You'll need a sworn protector. And this is better than I could have hoped for. She has a paramour of her own. I wonder who it is.
Good sleep for you as well this morning.
Hey, Aiden James. Thanks for stopping by.
Hello.
As you can see, we're watching episode 5 of House of Dragons.
Forgive me. I know you. A bit.
2 people are watching. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I've heard you say so many times how you loathe the lot of your position. That you are to be married off at your father's whim with no thought given to the yearning of your own heart. And
if you aren't aware, after this episode, there's going to be a time jump.
Yeah, there's going to be a big time jump. They're actually going to bring in the adult actors in the next episode.
Exactly. For those who haven't seen this episode yet. Yeah, I saw a lot of wrap up picture posts all over Facebook of all the young cast because this is their final episode.
Yeah. It's kind of sad though. I think I'm going to kind of miss them.
Are you asking for me?
I'm asking you to come with me. Away from all of this.
I've been watching Fantastic Beasts. You know, Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts, I never got into those franchises.
I liked the first Fantastic Beast. I didn't like Crimes of Grindelwald, but I didn't see the new one, Dumbledore.
I am the crown, said Kristen. Or I will be. And I chafe at my duties. Do you think I would choose infamy in exchange for a bushel of oranges or a ship to Versailles? It is my duty to marry a nobleman from a great house, and Selena will make a fine husband. But my marriage does not have to be the end. So Kristen, Lionel and I have an understanding. I've granted leave to pursue his own interests. And in turn he's granted me the same.
So you want me to do your whole?
I want us to continue as we began with you as my small protector, my white knight.
I took an oath. As a knight of your king's garden, an oath of chastity. I've broken it. I've soiled my white cloak. It is the only thing I have to fucking name. I thought if we were married, I might be able to restore it.
The Iron Throne looms larger than me, larger than anyone in my family. Aegon the Conqueror united 7 kingdoms and put them on a path. So Kristen,
Get back! Prepare the group. You'll need these.
So, Kristen, you've been summoned.
I left the princess just minutes ago.
Not the princess, sir. The queen.
Sir Kristen, your grace. That will be all. If your Honour's question you on a delicate matter, Sir Kristen.
I am your servant as always, my queen.
Concerns our dear Princess Rhaenyra. Please. You are her sworn protector and rightly loyal to her. the night of Damon's return, there has been a rumour, or rather, my father received an accounting of a lapse of morals that may have occurred between.
It is, of course, unthinkable for me to question the virtue of the princess, whom I hold in highest regard. I did, however, wonder if I was unaware that in a flush of youth, there may be errors made, breaches in resolve, breaches or rather lapses.
It happened, Your Grace. The sin you allude to. I have committed it. At her instigation, it is true, but it is no excuse. My oath has been broken. I have dishonored myself. I deserve no consideration. But if, as a clement queen, you are inclined to pity, I would ask only this: that rather than gelding me and having me tortured, you would sentence me mercifully to death.
Thank you for your honesty, Sir Kristen. You may go.
Rest now, Your Grace. I will bring the leeches.
If I may, Grand Maester, I took the liberty of preparing a fresh set of herbal poultices that might be more effective.
That will not be necessary, Omar. The leechings have always brought His Grace relief.
Tell him, Snake.
Where's the Queen?
I was given to understand that she is otherwise occupied, Your Grace. Will I be remembered as a good king, Lionel? Your Grace?
What will they say of thee? For the history of it. I have neither fought nor conquered, nor suffered any great defeat.
Some might call that good fortune.
It hardly makes a good song, does it? We sung of peace in 100 years. 500.
You have carried King Jaehaerys' legacy and kept the realm strong. Is it not better to live in peace than to have songs sung after you are dead?
Perhaps.
There is a part of me wishes I'd been tested. I often think that in the crucible, I may have been forged a different man. Many that are tested only wish to have been spared it. Another lord might assure me that I would rise like Aegon the Conqueror given the chance. Your Grace, that is your right. Right. As always. 'Tis perhaps best not to know.
It is with great pleasure that His Grace, King Viserys, announces the start of the royal wedding celebrations. House Lannister, with their lord, Jason Lannister. Lord Paramount of the West, Jason Lannister. Master of Casterly Rock. Paramount of the West.
Yeah.
Casterly Rock. Lord Overnight. House Hightower.
Oh, I think this is the movie we've been waiting for, right?
Yeah, this is the wedding feast.
Congratulations, Your Grace. You have made
Something bad's gonna happen.
This is only the welcome feast. I admit, I cannot imagine what you might have planned.
This is
for
only
the
the welcome feast. I admit, I cannot imagine what you might have planned for the
I wanted this to be a wedding for the
future queen.
I
Where
wanted
is
this to
the
be
wedding?
I hope to pay my respects.
Where is the queen?
I understand the queen is
Pay
still
my
ready
respects.
for the celebrations. This is why men wage war. Because women will never be ready for the battle in
Why
time.
men wage war. Because women will never be ready for the battle in time.
Your presence is always such a pleasure, Lucy.
Prince, Your Grace.
Your Grace.
He didn't read the room very well.
Your Grace. Princess Rhaenyra. Congratulations on it.
Your Grace.
We are very
Princess Rhaenyra. Congratulations on it.
I must say. I was
We are
most
very honored to have you as a guest. I must say, I was most distressed to hear that the lady we has treasured past.
Was a unique character.
I'm very
But
sorry.
Lady
Rhaenyra was a unique character.
There is anything the crown might do to aid House Royce. There is anything the crown might do.
Lord Paulus of House Velaryon, Lord of the Tides, Master of the Frithmore, of House Velaryon, Lady White, Lord of the Tides, Master of the Frithmore, and their son and heir, Lady White, Jelena Velaryon, East Targaryen, the future, and their son and heir, Jelena
Might be true.
welcome as we join together in celebration. Tonight is only its beginning. We honor the Crown's oldest and fiercest ally, House Velaryon. Reaching back to the days of old Valyria and the Age of Dragons. With House Targaryen and
Oh, she's wearing the green dress.
Right. Her father just went silent.
Yeah.
Do you know what color it glows when old Beacons is balanced?
Do you know what color it glows when old Town's is balanced?
Ooh. That look. She now does not like Rhaenyra. Well, she now knows like that Rhaenyra was lying to her and everything.
Please be seated.
House Targaryen, House Velaryon, united.
House Targaryen,
I hope to herald in
House Velaryon, united. I hope to herald in second Age of Dragons to Westeros.
Tonight's small affair. 7 days of tournament and feasting. At the end of it all, a royal wedding between my daughter, my heir, your future queen, and Selena Velaryon, the heir to Driftmark.
I was never much of a dancer.
It's not much different to combat.
We shall hope for a different outcome.
That is great.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Your Grace,
We thank you for coming, Uncle.
I worried that if you leave of your father's shadow might wither in King's Landing, son. But you stood tall. Know that Old Town stands with you.
In a Vale, men are made to answer for their crimes. Even Targaryens.
Who are you?
Sir Gerald Royce of Runestone.
And
I am cousin to your late lady wife.
Ah, yes. Terrible thing. Positively bereft. Such a tragic accident.
You know better than anyone. It was no accident.
Are you confessing some guilt, Sir Gerald?
I am making an accusation.
Here in King's Landing, men are made to answer for their slanders. Even old gods counsel like you. The truth is, I'm glad you've come. I wish to speak to you about my inheritance.
What inheritance?
Lady Rhea and I had no heirs. As her husband, whatever she was due now passes to me. She stood to inherit all of Runestone. Did she not? After my niece's wedding, I plan to fly to the area and petition Lady Jane myself. Perhaps I'll see you there, Sir Gerald. Has anybody ever told you your name is pretty as your brother?
Well, you flatter me, my prince. I was sorry to hear about your lady wife.
Don't be, I wasn't. The lady was never very kind to me.
I know who it is. Perhaps the Bible. Sir Kristen Cole.
A swing protector.
Look at him. The man is fully construct.
What a Targaryen prince. A dashing knight behind a dragon rider. You appear to be every young maiden's dream.
That's only because you don't know me yet.
I believe Sir Kristen has bloodied that white cloak of his with your bridesmaid in there.
Keep your voice down.
Perhaps that is something we might remedy.
Perhaps it is.
This is a good thing. She knows your secret. And now you know it. They make a handsome match, don't they? What? The princess, Zelena.
Sir Geoffrey Longworth. We've been night of kisses. They call me though. I don't know why.
I'm on watch. What's your business?
You don't know me, Sir Kristen. But we are both deeply invested in this union.
If you have something to say, Sir Geoffrey,
Selena was quite dear to me. As I know, the princess is to you. But we should swear to each other to guard them and their secrets. Because if those are kept safe, and so will we all.
Mansmaid. Yes, my prince.
Giant Miriam Jesus Kimili. Itinon de Marius Bettina Nerissa Milbanda.
Se pagano torias. Che si convila è lo stesso. Perché se dinto story in lettera paterio. Si lava sei esami di Luxa.
Nu pokepo mizeri propakas. Zadristorot unimakas. Sia presilis augis. Sagon una zahas.
Something happens. Oh, it's Kristen. Oh, he's beating up the guy who blackmailed him. Shit. Turned his head into mush.
here tonight in thanks and praise to join two souls as one. Join two souls as one. Of a warrior, Smith, lady, crow, stranger, here now, hereabouts. Here now,
I am not in your
here, the presence of gods and men, have proclaimed the presence of gods and men, the door of House Ilarium, the door of House Targaryen, to be man and woman, of House Targaryen, to be man and one flesh, one heart, one flesh, one soul, one heart. Now, one and forever.
Sir Kristen.
Now and forever.
Sir Kristen.
I'm speechless.
Yeah. That was a lot.
I agree.
So now we're slowly starting to see the decline of Rhaenyra and Alicent's relationship.
Yeah, you got that right. I was kind of hoping to see a little bit more of that deny.
Yeah.
She was quiet the whole time.
Yeah. She finally sported the green dress. She now knows Rhaenyra's lying to her. She's not happy about that. And now she's slowly turning people against Rhaenyra.
Oh, Lord, that's going to be really insane.
Yeah. I think it's going to... she's even turning Kristen against Rhaenyra, too.
Literally anyone she knows.
Yeah, anyone she can get against Rhaenyra, she's getting them to side with her.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah. Well, they already started mentioning the Greens and that they fly the green banners and everything in favor of Hightower and Aemon or Aegon. This is absolutely insane.
So not the longest episode, huh?
No, I think this. Yeah, this episode was only an hour long.
Yeah, this might be out of every episode so far. Might be the shortest. I thought there was still more to come after that.
Yeah, and quite honestly, though, for being so short, a lot happens. This episode had a whole lot going on in it. Viserys is getting very, very, very ill.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at the whole episode. He was really coughing really bad. He started spitting blood.
Yeah, and you see the rot. It's going all the way up his arm now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they started showing pictures of him from next week's episode. He's going to be wearing a mask, and he's going to be like completely covered.
Oh wow, I can't wait to see how he looks.
Yeah, I wonder if they will show us his face.
Oh, that would be terrifying. That could be terrifying.
Yeah, because we're expecting a huge time jump. So we got to think that this flesh-eating disease has covered way more of his body.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But yeah, he's passed out more than once in this episode. I think like a total of like 3 times he's passed out. Maybe 2. I don't know. I already lost count. Oh, my thing's dead.
I saw a Facebook post and they rated this score a 7 out of 10.
7?
Yeah.
Maybe a 7.5. Be a little bit more generous.
Okay. No, I was trying to make up my mind. How would I rate this episode from 1 to 10? I'm trying to debate. It's not my best episode. This is actually kind of the quickest episode, though.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to a lot happening, a lot happened, but it wasn't necessarily the most exciting episode.
I agree.
But a lot happens.
But the whole ceremony event, that was great. That was really great.
Oh yeah, Kristen lost his shit when that man tried to blackmail him. He like just beat in his face. It was nothing but like mush.
Yeah, I was trying to wonder, did he kill the guy?
Yeah, I think he's dead because just the way that Lenore was reacting, especially during the wedding itself when he was crying at the altar.
And I think he was about to stab himself with a dagger.
Oh yeah, that was Kristen. Yeah, Kristen was going to kill himself, but Alicent stopped him. Because I think, well, obviously, Alicent wants to use him against Rhaenyra. Because now that she knows that Rhaenyra's been lying to her and everything, her father did put it into her mind that Rhaenyra will do anything to take the throne, including killing her children.
Wow, that's pretty dark.
Yeah. Yeah, because he put that in her head, like, right before he left. And that's when she started questioning Kristen, like, hey, is Rhaenyra really sleeping around and stuff? And then he's like, yeah. So, yeah, Alicent's not pleased. She's slowly but surely turning against Rhaenyra.
Slowly.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to do it off.
I lost you there for a bit. There you go.
Yeah, we did. We lost each other. I was just saying that she's taking her slow pace and to do it off to catch Rhaenyra off guard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's definitely moving in the shadows. Like, she's slowly bringing in people to side with her, and anyone that she thinks might have beef with Rhaenyra, she's talking them into siding with her. So, Alicent's already gaining a following of people who don't like Rhaenyra. So, I bet by the time jump, by the time jump and everything, once everything starts happening, that's when the blacks will probably start forming.
All right.
Yeah, Rhaenyra's supporters.
Yeah, I'm really very curious to when we see a more adult version of Rhaenyra. How is that actress going to play her?
Yeah, considering that, hello. Considering that, Emma Darcy, I think Emma Darcy is a very talented actress. I think she'll do a great job as Rhaenyra. It's just, she's an unknown. She doesn't have a whole lot of acting under her belt other than, stage acting.
How old is supposed to be adult Rhaenyra?
Rhaenyra would be in her late 20s, early 30s.
Okay, I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, because by the end of the war, Rhaenyra was about 33. Yeah, and Olivia Cook, that's going to be playing adult Allison. She's a phenomenal actress. Have you seen she was in like Ready Player One and stuff like that.
I've seen that.
So yeah, she was in a lot of movies, and I think she's overall a very good actress. And off the screen, she seems to be a very fun, whole person. So So I'm already like stoked for Olivia Cook as adult Allison. Emma Darcy is a little bit of the unknown, but I've seen some of her work, and I think she's a pretty good actress. So I think she'll do a good job. But yeah, they're gonna bring in a more adult. Well, no, he would be a kid still. He'd be around 8, 10, I think. Aegon.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And Aegon is going to be getting a dragon, from what I saw in the trailer for the next episode. It seems like Aegon's going to be getting a dragon. And I'm not sure if this is going to be happening next episode, but they've already started showing pictures of Rhaenyra with her first 2 sons.
Okay. I do still have that thought that the episode 6 we will still see young Rhaenyra before we zoom into the next time jump of adult Rhaenyra and all that.
Yeah, from what I heard, this was Millie's last episode. Millie's the girl who played young Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
As far as I know, this is her last episode.
It really is.
Yeah, so starting next episode, Rhaenyra will be played by Emma Darcy. And
oh, I cannot wait to see how that episode opens up.
Yeah. And this will be like I've only seen Emma Darcy in that one show. It was a British show.
The episode's got to tell us that okay, we're a couple of years later after the events of the last episode.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna put like a timestamp of just like how far we did jump into the future, because
AJ Moose is here. What's up, man? He's got
Hey,
a good
AJ.
YouTube channel.
No, I think I might not be subscribed to you, AJ. I'll have to look. Because if Scott says you're a good channel, then you must be a good channel. I don't know. I'm subscribed to so many people. But yeah, I wonder if they are going to tell us. Oh yeah, I am subscribed to AJ.
How are we both doing? We're doing great. We just got through watching House of Dragons. That's it's a prequel series to Game of Thrones, 200 years before the events of that for that show. Thanks for the kind words, Scott. Hey, no problem, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, I wonder if they will tell us just how long this time jump's going to be, because like the past two jumps we've had, they were like no more than 2 years apart. But we're now looking at like more than possibly 10 years.
Well, if you enjoy game like fantasy, then enjoy House of Dragons.
Yeah. It's also, well, you know what? I feel that this one is a little bit less political than Game of Thrones was. I mean, the political aspect is still there, but this one is, like, very much more like a fantasy drama.
I'll agree. It's definitely a drama show. 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, it's pretty good so far. I would say the only negativity to it is that there's a lot of time jumps. And sometimes you don't know how far you've jumped because it doesn't necessarily tell you how far you've gone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, did Game of Thrones ever tell us we're in a time jump?
As from like what I can tell, there really wasn't a lot of time jumps in Game of Thrones. It seemed to be pretty like year by year basis.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It didn't never really time jump because I know they didn't change the actresses to play these characters, especially like Jon Snow, Daenerys, and many more.
Yeah, I think the only actors they really changed were for Cersei's children because they were very young in the beginning, and by the time, they appeared later on in the show, they were like young adults. But yeah, Game of Thrones didn't have a whole lot of time jumps. This one does. But yeah, I would think that they should give us a timestamp of like just how far they're jumping into the future to give people like a little sense of like where they're at now.
I agree.
But yeah, a whole lot happened in this episode. This episode was kind of crazy. We had
everything leading up into this wedding ceremony.
Yeah. The beginning, I did not expect Daemon to go to his wife and just kill her. Yeah. Yeah, he just straight up killed his wife. And then when they... Yeah, and then when they accused him of it, he was like, "Oh yeah, well we didn't have an heir, so all her shit, I get it." I was just like, he's cold. I kind of like him. I think he's a good character.
They must didn't have human emotions like today's society, didn't they?
Oh no, they were much more brutal, hardened. Any word you'd want to use. Like, also like in Game of Thrones, you can obviously tell that like children were not held in high regard. Children were just like, that's why they had so many children, because they expected them to die, And then if a child got killed, it was just kind of like, oh well.
All right, it was like,
yeah, they're just like, oh well, we'll make another one. We'll make another one. Yeah. And then after Daemon killed his wife, it just kind of slowly went into like some politics of House Velaryon and House Targaryen agreeing to the proposal of marriage. Although I have to admit, King Viserys' demands were a bit odd. Like, yeah, the children will take the Velaryon name. Like, if Rhaenyra and Lenore ever had children, and they're like, yeah, they'll take the Velaryon name, but the moment the first aboard child takes the throne, their name has to be changed to Targaryen.
Oh. So it's like technically marriage proposal. Your name changed.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, yeah, technically, yeah, they will be Valerian children, but the firstborn, man or woman, girl, boy, doesn't matter. When they ascend the throne, they have to take the name Targaryen. That was the only criteria. But it seems like Viserys wrote away the law that stated that only men can take the heir or take the throne.
Okay.
Yeah. Because technically, yeah, he would have to change the law and everything because he just made his daughter the heir. She would be the first queen of Westeros. And then he's like, oh yeah, any child she has, doesn't matter if it's a girl or a boy, they take the throne. They just have to have the name Targaryen. But yeah, Rhaenyra does have the support of the Valerians, though.
Well, I will give this episode overall a 7 out of 10 because I really enjoyed that beautiful wedding ceremony with all the dancing around and celebrating and stuff. It was really cool.
Yeah, that was a very beautiful scene. I loved the set and everything.
I agree. This is some of the best sets I've seen in television.
Yeah, very beautiful set. I would have to give it like a 7 as well because it's not a bad episode. It's just not a whole lot. A whole lot happened, but it wasn't as like exciting.
AJ says, "My apologies. I'm going to have to jump out. It's 3:30 a.m. here in the UK. I'm about to leave for work." All right, cool, man.
Oh, okay, yeah. Have a great night.
Thanks for stopping by. We really appreciate you, man.
Yeah, thank you very much, and thank you for commenting. Yeah, I would have to give it about a 7, maybe a 7.5, because thank you.
Really appreciate it.
But yeah, just because even though a whole lot happened, it's like it was a very slow episode.
Kind of slow, but it was also the quickest episode in my opinion.
Yeah, like right when it got to the wedding, that's when it picked up.
I agree.
Yeah. They had a whole, like, those beautiful dances and everything that were happening in the center of the room and everything.
Of course, this is not the biggest action-packed episode right now. I think they're saving all that for the season finale or a few more episodes later down the line, especially in the season finale.
Yeah. A whole lot is supposed to happen before the war actually starts. So we can expect from episode 6 on with the adult characters that a whole lot of scheming is going to be happening behind the scenes, and definitely some kind of fight is going to break out before the war starts, which they're suspecting will happen. The war will be in season 2, they're suspecting.
Sounds interesting. And I was just thinking about what happened at the beginning of the episode with that horse with the girl on it took a really, really nasty fall.
Yeah, that was Daemon's wife.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he staged it as it was a horse accident, but he killed her.
I thought the horse was dead too, but no, we got right up.
Yeah.
I think a horse legs breaks very easy than compared to a human being.
Yeah. Yeah, their legs are way more fragile.
Yeah. It's painful to watch.
I don't know. I think that if I had seen, because she didn't really expect him, but she kind of knew that he was there to kill her. She didn't really make any attempt to try to get away. She kind of just stood there. I would have turned the horse around and fled.
Yeah,
she had enough time to jerk the rein and just take off in the other direction, but she didn't. I mean, I bet Daemon had his dragon with him, and he probably would have caught her and just filleted her alive. You back?
There we are.
Okay, yeah. I bet Damon had his dragon with him, though, so she probably wouldn't have gotten far before he caught up and filleted her. But, at least she could have tried. She didn't even try to get away.
That are we?
Yeah, I think so.
Are we back?
Yeah, I hear you now.
All right.
There we
You were
go.
saying-
Yeah. I don't know if you heard me, but I'm like, oh, Damon probably has his dragon, so she's not going to get far. But what are you doing?
Okay. For sure. Yeah, cutting out.
Yeah. But you heard me, like, I just said that Damien would fillet her with his dragon, because odds are he had his dragon with him.
Yeah, there will be no escape for that.
Yeah, once the dragon's out, you're kind of screwed.
Oh yeah, especially when they breathe fire.
Yeah. Oh, we saw a new dragon in this episode, too.
Yeah, we did. I think we're gonna see these dragons again in the next episode.
Yeah, we saw the white one, Sea Smoke. That's his name. That's Lenore's dragon. But they had that red one. I don't know its name though, or who it belongs to. I forgot. I'll look it up later. But yeah. But that red dragon, that's a new one. We didn't see that one before. It kind of looks like that the Valerian dragons, the dragons that are in the Valerian house, seem to be the same species as Dany's dragons. They look similar. Which, you know what? I think Dany's dragons are Valerian dragons.
Oh, really?
I think so, because I think... yeah, because they were the hatchlings of that one blue dragon. I forgot her name. But I'm pretty sure that she was a Valerian dragon.
All right. That's interesting.
Yeah, because they all look very similar. They all have like that same look that Drogon has.
And I see something right here. According to Screen Rant, it says, reminder of House of Dragon fans, don't name children after any characters until the show is over.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's because when Game of Thrones came out, they started naming everyone started naming their daughter like Khaleesi and Daenerys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then by the end of the episode, she was a freaking mass killer.
And this one says, House of the Dragon is about to change everything we thought we knew about Game of Thrones universe.
Yeah. That's interesting. Oh, yeah, there's Aegon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's funny that everyone started naming their child Khaleesi and Daenerys.
They did that?
Yeah. There was a spark in the name Daenerys and Khaleesi when Game of Thrones was
so popular when it first debuted.
Yeah. Cinder pulled out my microphone.
Oh.
What are you doing? She's like freaking out. Yeah, I just thought it was funny. Actually, I had a puppy that I named Cersei.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
had a puppy when I was a little child, but it was a very short-lived time. It was very short-lived when I was very, very little.
Yeah.
It used to live in my great grandmother's house.
Yeah, I had a little Dutch hound that I named Cersei from Queen Cersei from the books and everything. I didn't have her for very long, maybe about like a year. Then I had to get rid of her.
You cut off there.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I had the puppy for about a year, but then I had to get rid of her because I moved. And the place I was moving into, they wanted like a $300 pet deposit for the dog. And I was like, no. But I had no choice. Like, I had to move in because it was the only place available at the time. So I had to get rid of the puppy.
Well, I can't remember exactly why the dog that I used to have had to leave. I don't think it passed away. I think it got too much for my great grandmother. I didn't even get to say goodbye because the dog was already gone when I got home that night. I asked my mom, like, "Where's the dog?" And like, he had to leave. I was sad. I didn't even say goodbye.
Yeah, right? That's sad. Yeah,
I never had another dog ever again after that.
Yeah. Well, I am definitely definitely way more a cat person than a dog person. But yeah, once I got Cinder, I was like, I'm never giving Cinder away. And I was like, I'll live on the streets before I get rid of my cat. And I was like, I'm not going to do what I had to do with Cersei. I was so mad. I didn't want to get rid of Cersei.
And if I had another, whether it was a cat or a dog, I would call him he or she Sabor. I've always dreamed of that for a long time.
Sabor, like the leopard.
The leopard from if you've seen Disney's Tarzan.
Yeah, she was Sabor. She's well, in the original Tarzan story, she wasn't a leopard. She was a lioness.
Oh.
But yeah, there's apparently like a whole like African legend behind that character.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, you should look it up.
I really do prefer the leopard.
Yeah, I think well, leopards are just, I don't know, I like leopards more than lions.
They're just some of my favorite badass cats.
Yeah, leopards are really beautiful. They're not my favorite though. I would have to go with jaguar. That's my favorite. Jaguars.
I always have jaguars and leopards alike.
Yeah, jaguars are freaking murderers. Like they're killers. Like out of every big cat, like the jaguar has like the most successful kill rate. They're so badass. Like they kill crocodiles.
Ooh, wow! I thought crocodiles are hard to kill.
Yeah, apparently they have this method down where, like, when they stalk their prey, they aim directly between, like, the head right here. They grab the head, and their teeth puncture through the temple and straight into the brain, and it's like an instant kill.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, it's a technique that jaguars use, and that's why their hunting success rate is like so high. They're freaking killing machines. I love them.
So, what do you want to give your opinion on that movie Annihilation?
Oh, Annihilation. Yeah, I finally watched that. It was interesting. I think the concept of the movie, though, was the best part of it. I didn't really like the characters all that much.
I guess I enjoy it for the dark and sci-fi aspects of it.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely you're not watching it for the characters. You're watching it to see what the hell is going on.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you're watching it for. But I do have to admit, though, I love the bear.
I agree. That's still a scary moment.
The bear has to be like one of the most terrifying movie monsters I've ever seen, and it's become one of my favorites.
And I really think I need to revisit that movie at some point.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's a very interesting concept about it being like, kind of like its own little ecosystem. And when you're in it, you start to rapidly evolve with the things around you and what you ingest. And yeah, you just quickly, because it's rapid mutation, you just rapidly evolve and mutate into something else. I think it's a pretty cool concept. It's made me want to read the books it's based on. But yeah, I would have to say my favorite character out of the main group, though, had to be Radek. Did you hear me?
You were about to say your favorite, didn't cut off.
Okay. My favorite character has to be maybe Radek. The black girl that got attacked by the alligator.
You were about to say about the black woman?
Yeah, the black girl, she's probably my favorite.
Cut off again.
Yeah.
I hear you now.
Okay, yeah. My favorite character would have to be Radek, the young black girl, because I thought she was the most interesting of the characters. She was the one.
Oh, as you were saying?
Yeah. She was probably the most interesting of the characters just because, like, it actually dove into her backstory a little bit. How she's, like, a self-harmer, but she doesn't really, like, want to kill herself. The only reason why she hurts herself is because she doesn't feel alive.
I definitely need to give that movie another revisit.
Yeah, like, they really don't dive too deep into the characters, but, like, out of all the characters, she was probably the most interesting one. And I think, the other girl, her name was Shepherd, she's the one who got killed by the bear, and the bear started, using her voice. That girl, she was kind of interesting, too. Yeah. Right. Yeah, the girl that got killed by the bear, and where the bear evolved and had her voice, she was an interesting character too, because she lost her entire family, and she was basically there just to die. Yeah, I was like, okay, that's kind of interesting. But like I said, the characters overall were not the best part of the movie. But it was pretty, though. Very beautiful sceneries and everything like that.
I definitely agree with that. I agree with the whole visual looking of the film.
Yeah. It was overall a very beautiful film. And the bear was terrifying. I loved the bear. Yeah. So it had aspects of it that I like a lot. I just wish like it went into the characters a little bit more. But then on the other hand, I heard the books were kind of the same way. Like, the characters don't even have names in the book.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either until like I heard that it was based on a book series, and then I looked into the book series, and they were like, "Oh, well, the movie actually gave the characters names because in the books they were just called like the doctor or something like that. Like they didn't have like their names were their occupation. So, and I was like, well, I mean, I like that. That's kind of cool. I mean, I'm kind of writing a story that follows a hunter who you don't know his name. He's just simply called the Hunter through the book. So, like, that's cool aspect, but it can leave you a bit, like, separated from the character to not really know what their name is. So.
I see.
But yeah, overall, it was an okay movie.
All right, then. I need to revisit that at some point. I do kind of miss watching it.
Yeah, I mean, I added it to the collection happily. Especially, I mean, the bear alone was reason enough for me to put it in the movie collection. I was like, that bear is horror genius.
Yeah.
Especially when it was just like, help me, help. I was just like, that's creepy. I don't like that.
That was my reason why I brought it at the time, and I think I quite enjoyed the performance in the movie. I enjoyed the visual of the movie, and I enjoyed the horror aspects of it too. So those are 3 reasons why I was happy to add it to my collection finally at the time.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy I added it to my collection. Yeah, they need to make bear merchandise though. Like I need that bear. Like I need like a little figure of that bear or something. Like I started like looking to see if they had merchandise for that movie, and I've seen T-shirts that have the bear on it.
Oh.
But there's like no stuffed animals, no figures or anything like that, and I'm like I might buy a shirt with the bear on it.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, did you actually look at the bear in the movie though? Bear, on the side of the bear's head was a human skull.
Yeah, it was like his skin was ripping off.
Yeah, and it had a human skull, and it had a human eye.
That is scary.
Yeah, I'm just like, that's a terrifying monster. Horror genius. I don't really know why they made it all decrepit and everything. I guess they were just trying to make it scary, but I was just like, it's rapidly evolving, but everything in that area is rapidly evolving and changing into something else. But that bear looks like it's devolving, like it's degenerating.
Yeah.
It doesn't look right compared to everything else in the movie, so it stands out. I mean, that'd be my only gripe about the bear. Because everything else looks so beautiful, so grand. Even the mutant animals look beautiful. The bear was the only thing that stood out as being decrepit and ugly and scary looking.
I recently just finished season 3 of that Harley Quinn cartoon.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Was it good?
Absolutely good. You know, you have Harley Quinn returning. You have Poison Ivy. You have the Bat Family. Damian Wayne as Robin. Barbara Gordon as Batgirl. And Dick Grayson as Nightwing. I'm really glad they brought in Nightwing. He's one of my favorite DC characters.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, that's pretty cool that they brought in Nightwing.
He's definitely one of my favorite characters.
Yeah. Yeah,
my sister talks about how much she likes it too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I like it because it's a parody. Like they're literally just making fun of themselves, and I think that's
they're
great.
making fun of it, like everything DC, everything.
Yeah, it's like that Teen Titans Go to the Movies movie. Like it's just one big parody. They're making fun of themselves, and I think it's great.
And recently there was this Teen Titans Go episode where they featured Zack Snyder.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was
I'll have to look into that.
It was like the Teen Titans, they meet Zack Snyder for the very first time. And Zack Snyder, the character, uses his powers to upgrade Teen Titans into the war up against Darkseid, like in his version of Justice League.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna have to look into that. Cool. It was definitely cool.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look into that. See, I don't think Teen Titans Go is all that bad. Like, it's stupid, yeah, but for what it is and what they're doing with it, like, it works. And I absolutely loved the movie. The Teen Titans Go to the Movies. That movie was great.
I heard that.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's so stupid, but it's funny. My most recent movie I bought, but I didn't watch it yet, was Where the Crawdads Sing.
And I think you got in the complete series of Cat Dog.
Yeah. I also got Cat Dog. Yeah, the complete series.
Yeah, I saw some options on eBay, so maybe someday I'll get that in the collection.
Yeah,
that was one of the early Nickelodeon shows that I remember came on when I was a kid.
Yeah, I bought it because I thought my niece would get a kick out of it. It's such a weird show. Like, I used to watch it a lot in the 90s, and for some reason, my stupid brain thought it was great. I don't know. I'd have to rewatch it as an adult and just see how weird that show is.
Yeah.
But I thought my niece would get a kick out of it. So, it was only like $20 at Walmart.
Oh, really? I need to revisit Walmart. I haven't went to a Walmart since 2019, so that's a long time.
Yeah. My local Walmart has like a bunch of the old Nickelodeon shows, like the complete series box sets, and they're only going for like $19.99. So, yeah, I was also thinking about picking up the Wild Thornberries because they have that. They do have the complete series of Teen Titans, but only on DVD, and I want to get the Blu-ray. So
I definitely need to get that too.
Yeah.
Did the DVD have a slip on it?
No. If it did, maybe. See, the thing is I don't really like buying shows on Blu-rays unless I know I really like them. So, but
I definitely love the original Teen Titans cartoon.
But yeah, Teen Titans is something I want on Blu-ray, as well as Batman the Animated Series.
I know, right?
Yeah. It's just they're so... Well, the Teen Titans, not so much. I've seen the Teen Titans complete series go for like $25. But the damn Batman Animated Series is like $60.
Still going for a lot. But I've been looking for a lot of options on eBay lately.
Yeah. I don't really shop eBay, but I should consider it. But yeah, I got quite a bit of movies this month, more than I thought I would. Oh, I picked up that Swedish movie I showed you. I sent you the link so that you could watch it with the English subtitles.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's completely out of print. You can't come by it. But I got a copy for like, I think it was $17. But it's pretty much useless unless you can speak Spanish or Swedish. Because like I said, the movie was never released in English. So there's no English dub and there's no English sub either.
So as of late so far, I've brought only 7 items off eBay in the past. And if you see my Instagram post, I got in the complete second season of Batwoman, and I got to get the final third season.
Oh, yeah, I saw your post with the Batwoman. Yeah, I gotta get, crap, what do I have to get? Why am I forgetting the show? Oh, well, it'll come to me. I clearly don't need it that much if I can't remember it. Oh, one show I want to get is The Office. Like the complete series of The Office.
And I'm going to start collecting some of my seasons of my favorite show of all time, that is Chicago Fire. It's about to debut its 11th season this Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's been on the air since I was a teenager. My story to that show was when I was still a teenager, we didn't have no cable. I did not have a collection like I do today. I had to rely on whatever it was I had on DVD as a kid. And so I scrolled around on demand for stuff that was free, and I saw this Chicago Fire because Chicago is my hometown. I was like, all right, let's click on this Chicago Fire. And I was like, damn, I'm hooked. This is all about real life firefighters that I think
that's
in the
cool.
real world. It's a drama show. It's got some about group of firefighters who they would do just about everything a firefighter would do in the real world. You know, firefighter emergency, and they have relationships with each other. It's definitely hooking. And some characters that I remember from the original season, they're still there, and some of them have left. Some of them got killed off. And when I go back to the original season of Chicago Fire, I know it's going to hit hard to me because I know there are some characters who are still around, and some of these characters went and left and got killed off. It's my favorite show of all time.
Wow, I'll have to look into it. Chicago Fire.
It's been going on for 11 seasons, and it comes on the NBC network. And they have 2 other spinoff shows that focus on police stuff. That's Chicago PD, and the other one is Chicago Med, which is focused on hospitals.
Huh.
They're in the same continuity.
That's interesting. I'll have to look into that. Because I kind of like those real life inspired dramas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the only one I didn't really like, and that's like I couldn't get into it, but like all my friends were into it, was Scrubs. I couldn't get into Scrubs. They try to be like realistic. They're not realistic at all, but it's basically about nurses that are saving patients and stuff. Yeah, I couldn't get into it. It does have like a drama story that goes along with it, but yeah, I couldn't get into Scrubs.
Well, are you ready to wrap this live stream up?
Yeah.
Well then, first I want to thank everybody who tuned in the chat. AJ Movie Place and Adrian James, thank you guys for being here and showing some support while we were enjoying this episode of House of Dragons episode 5. If you like this live stream, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you do physical media. I also do shopping blog videos. Thank you very much, Ray Lee, for being here on the channel.
Thank you.
And we will be doing episode 6 on her channel. So if you are a subscriber to her channel, you will see me and her on her channel reacting to that episode. We get time to. Rayleigh?
Yeah, I will let you know when I have time that we can do that. But yeah, this is when it's going to start getting good.
Now, do you want to remind everybody where they can find you?
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube on Rayleigh's Movies. He's also going to leave a link in the description below for a quick link. You can also follow me on Instagram with Lil Bit of Ray, and it's Lil, L-I-L, Lil Bit of Ray. And I post there all kinds of stuff. It's mostly movie related, so if you like that, it's right up your alley.
And I am too as well. I'm on Instagram at Dimension Scott, where I post everything I usually have in my collection or what's just going on with my life. And I'm also on Facebook as well. So thank you all very much for watching. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Keep physical media alive.
Bye-bye.